have two quarterbacks here, so I'm going to call the audible. I told Drew that your horse won last week, and he could see him at the Breeders' Cup.
I know. He's right around the corner.
Right there.
I know.
Invited. Come get the
all right.
Look at that. Well, you're invited over to our show any single time.
Love it over
love
here.
having you here.
At least you're nice to me. That bunch over there.
They're not nice?
Not at all.
Well, you know what? You're always welcome
Thank
with us.
you.
And we just saw Coop there in the kitchen, so I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you guys your favorite New Orleans cuisine. Go.
Mine?
Yeah.
Crawfish etouffee.
Okay. We'll go duck and andouille gumbo with some catfish and chafalai.
Wow.
Specific, too.
Yellow cat. Yellow cat.
When's the last time you had that, though?
Oh, that was about a week ago.
Oh, okay.
I was in New Orleans.
Catfish.
Oh, I won't ask Charles.
weekend.
All right, we're going to focus.
Gumbo, easy. I make
Yeah,
it
that's-
easy.
yeah, that's-
Charles go hamburger.
Come on, man. Hey, I got some ties to the South, baby. Come on, man.
All right, turning our attention back to the field, we got to talk Caleb Williams. Terry, 2 weeks in. Uh-oh, okay. Well, I was going to ask the grade on the report card. It seems like...
No. Drew and I talked earlier this morning in production meeting. You can't help but like him. You understand he's with an offense, the second offense now in 2 years. And then watching him, you can tell when he has happy feet and he takes off too soon, he's just not real comfortable in the offense yet. And Drew, I don't know about you, I did not like the coach Johnson telling him 70%. I want you to complete 70%. You put that in his brain. I saw the other night, check down.
Because he's looking just to get that number?
Next thing you know, he's 8 for 8, 32 yards, when he ought to be 8 for 8 and 132 yards.
I think most of these guys, they come from college. They've been in the shotgun exclusively. And all of a sudden, they get into an NFL offense where they need a little more variety. They need to go under center. It helps the run game. It also helps the play action. But if they're not used to turning their back to the defense, that's an uncomfortable thing.
Yeah.
And it just takes some time to get used to. And he's used to having to score 50 points a game at USC because they didn't have a defense, so run around, make plays, because that's what he's required to do. In this offense, just execute the offense. Take the completions, right?
Yep.
The big plays will be there when you just take completions, when you run the ball effectively, but you can't force it.
I think the thing with Caleb, though, is that if you want the spectacular, that's what he gives you. He does that easy, but it's the easy throws, what you guys are talking about, that he doesn't do well. But what I did like about the game, we got to give him some love on something. I think he's found a rapport with Odunze. And so I think if you have a guy that you're comfortable with, then I think everything else will start to fall in place with him. But the first week we talked about it, I thought there would be a regression plan under the new head coach, going into this year.
Johnson,
so before he got better.
Well, they drafted Loveland out of Michigan. They're tight end. They got another tight end out of Notre Dame. They got two really good tight ends.
Yeah, I like
and
that.
Johnson loves to use tight ends. I'm surprised they haven't gotten them more involved. That would help him a lot.
Again, we preface all this, but it's early. It's a long season,
It's
right?
only the third game. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so last week, though, a fantastic game between the Giants and the Cowboys. 7 different lead changes in the fourth quarter and overtime. Dallas was able to come out on top. How do they repeat a similar performance this week against the Bears, Drew?
Play the Giants again.
Well, I think last week was very telling. That was a huge confidence boost for them, especially when Malik Neighbors catches that ball with 25 seconds left or something like that. And everybody is thinking, watching TV, this game's over. That was their opportunity to, hey, adversity strikes, stay together, put ourselves in a position with this big field goal kicker, send it to OT, and then we get to OT, we're going to win this game, we're at home. That was a huge lift for the Dallas Cowboys to win a game like that after a big bout of adversity at the end. I think it shows a lot of confidence in who they are now, the type of identity they're trying to create with the job Brian Schottenheimer's doing.
Yeah.
So I think they're on the right path.
When they got rid of Parsons, they got rid of their pass rusher, and what happened to what you see there is the fact that they like to play zone and rush 4 after the passer. They don't have that ability.
If you can't get to the QB,
can't do that now.
You can't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Before we take a break, we asked the people at home to ask Drew a question since we have the great privilege of having him in studio. And here's the question right behind us. Drew, who is on your Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks? Who's on your Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks, Drew?
I'm busy.
Well, since I just got the invite to the Breeders' Cup.
There you go. Yeah, you gotta be one.
No. I think as a kid, my idol was Joe Montana. Yeah, Joe Montana. Of course, my current generation Tom Brady, a guy who I don't think ever got enough credit at the quarterback position. This is going to surprise you guys. Doug Flutie.
Wow.
Doug Flutie.
22 years of professional football at all levels. He was a guy doing Patrick Mahomes stuff before Patrick Mahomes.
Wow.
And just nobody ever gave him the credit for it.
Right.
I learned so much from my 4 years with Doug Flutie. I would not have become the quarterback I was without him as a mentor.
I love that.
He went up to
That's a good one.
Canada and played lights out.
Sure did. And that's why we asked the
Canada,
question.
everywhere.
I played against old Doug Flutie.
Yes.
That's why we asked the question. Ask
I'm
Drew.
going to tell you.